love me? You love me? I know it's been forever. Y'all probably like, you think this shit is a game, huh? Yes, okay, I've been away. I've been gone for a minute. Now I'm back with the jump. Whoa! If y'all don't know that song,
Right to jail, right away.
so I've been gone. Don't ask me, cause baby, I don't know. Don't ask me, cause child, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, and you like, no, girl, you and your body. But I don't know either. So don't be asking me questions. Okay, just respect that I'm here now.
He insulted the people.
Say thank you for these blessings that you're receiving right now. Tonight's blessing, we gonna watch a movie together. It's foolish, baby. It is foolish, okay? I've seen the trailers. It's a lot. Netflix just recommended it to me, and I'm like, what's this? I've been watching a lot of movies and new shows, and I'm like, I would love to like watch the foolishness with y'all. Like, let's watch the foolishness together. So we're watching foolishness together, and this may be something that I do on my channel. If you don't like it, girl, you should probably leave. But we're gonna see how it goes, okay? Let me know if y'all like this. I need validation. Yes, I'm not afraid to say that. I need validation. I need y'all to get them Twitter fingers ready, convert them to YouTube fingers, and get in them damn comments and be like, we like this. If you don't like it, don't say nothing, just leave. Let me know, whatever. Cool. So a few housekeeping things. Number one, this ring light is hot. I'm going to get sweaty, and it's already happening. I just need everybody to know that. Number two, my ring light, baby girl, a little janky, okay? When she get upset, one light just go down. She like, nah, I'm good.
Hey, Flop.
So this film is almost 2 hours. An hour and 52 minutes is what I'm seeing. So I'm not sure what my ring light gonna do, but we gonna work it out. Number three, I think I'm on three. Three is what's three? I forgot three. I'm not sure what three is. If I remember it, I'll come back. But that's the housekeeping stuff, okay? I'm sweaty. Don't say nothing about me.
She's a gold digger. She's a slut. She's a whore.
So this is a basically a true crime documentary. And I usually don't watch those because like I will not be able to sleep, and I'm not really interested in not being able to sleep. Like, a bitch already has anxiety, so like I'm not really interested in that. No thank you. But the Tinder thing is interesting. The trailers are actually really good. It doesn't seem like too scary. It just seems like y'all fucking bugging, and I'm very much excited to see the bugging.
I would like to see it.
Just call the Tinder Swindler. Obviously spoilers. Girl, I'm gonna tell you all the tea, so I'm gonna spoil it. So go watch it first and come back to me. So, Tinder Swindler, and this is the description that Netflix gives. So it says, posing as a wealthy jet-setting diamond mogul, he wooed women online, then conned them out of millions of dollars. Now, some victims plan for payback. They want payback, bitch. I'm ready. All sort of foolishness. I love all sort of bad bitchery. I love all sort of like, get his ass. And it sounds like this is gonna be given get his ass, and I'm very much excited because you know what? Leave it up to a mediocre white man to just think he could do whatever. And I said what I said.
I said what I said.
Not sure how this is gonna work out, but I do think I'll enjoy making these and just sort of like basically like watching TV with y'all. I actually really like that. Like the idea of thing. Maybe one day we can all like meet up and go to a movie. Wouldn't that be cute? That'd be so cute. Movie and dinner, like that would be cute. Put some recommendations down. What would y'all want to watch with me? Even if it's just like one of y'all, like that's okay. Just me and you, boo. Just us. Watching TV. Let's get into it.
I think everyone would love to just meet someone in a bar or in a grocery store. But nowadays, the best way you can meet someone is on a dating app. Yeah, you can find...
I don't think meeting someone online is as weird as people think it is. Like, I think there are tons of people that meet online now. Like, there are so many sites. So I don't think it's as weird as, like, the idea is to meet someone, like, out and about. I mean, we are more isolated, obviously, because of the damn panini press outside.
Coronavirus!
But, I mean, I think it's more, like, common now. I think a lot of people meet online. I think that's normal. Like, that's...
People who just want to hook up.
Not send nudes if you like what you see. If you don't... Get the fuck out of my face, boy. Listen, anybody that's doing a winky face, I seriously, like, I have such a weird relationship with, like, certain emojis. Like, I don't like it. There are some of them that I just don't like. I don't think I've ever been sent an eggplant, because, like, I don't mess with men that will send shit. Like, that's weird to me. I think one of my little boos has sent, like, a devil face, and I would accept it, but usually I don't get that one, because that's weird to me. Also, like, a winking face, I don't like that. Don't wink at me. Don't. Especially if it's just, like, a semicolon and a... Yeah, do you guys have any, like, Tinder stories where, like, it was just foolish? Because I would love to be a part of that. Okay, I would even love to make a video and, like, read them, because that is... I love that. I may even find some stuff online and just read it, because child is foolish.
Anything.
Not do you like scary movies. But let me say this, okay? Listen, if you recommended movies and we do this, I'm not watching nothing scary. No thank you. No thank you. And I'm even on the fence about, like, suspense and stuff like that, because my anxiety is at a point in which I have to, like, fast forward to know what, like, to see what's gonna happen, and then I go back, because I can't live in that state of anxiety. No thank you. It ties my insides in a knot. I can't. Okay, I will fast forward it and see what the hell is going on. I can't do it. So we might be on the fence with thrillers and suspense because you bugging, but I ain't watching no horror, okay? I'm not trying to be in here afraid to sleep.
Today. Oh my God, what is that?
I watched some stuff about that white man, TB, played by Zac Efron. Baby. I thought he was in my closet, girl.
Oh my God, what is that?
I couldn't sleep for like a week. Lights on. Yeah. Wow. We're not even halfway in and my light is like, no thank you. So we're gonna have to switch the lighting situation. Stand by. That's new lighting. We should be good for the rest of the movie. Why is there a gun?
That's weird.
Why is that's given domestic violence? That's given, like, I don't get it. Why is there a gun? Why would you, what would make you think women would want to date me when they see my gun? Am I the only one? I might be the only one. That's weird to me. So that's weird. Please don't hold up fish, and please don't have guns. Maybe in certain spaces that's cute. That's like, yay, ooh, masculinity. That's weird to me. Please stop it.
You Google everyone that you were supposed to go on a date with.
I say billionaire son. Billionaire son. Okay? It's giving sugar baby.
I identify as a whore. My pronouns are sugar daddy, and my love language is money.
It's giving, we got money.
Money! He got money, get it off!
It's giving,
I'm making money moves. Yeah.
I'm making money moves!
this is gonna be fun, because he a billionaire. The fuck? She like, I'm about the coins, I'm about the money. That's what I'm about. About the money. And I support her on that.
And you would do it too for a check.
Private jets, cool cars, amazing parties all over the world.
What happened to me felt like a movie.
Wait, who? Wait, go back.
I get these threatening messages. These enemies were watching me and my family.
Okay, woman investigated diamond smuggling appearance. I thought it was fun. They just said billionaire son. Why? What? Woman found it. Child.
Freaking hell.
I'm shit scared.
She said, I'm shit scared.
Did we lock the door?
I don't think I ever would be the same again.
Baby girl traumatized. We 2 minutes in, and I don't know what's happening, but baby girl is traumatized. She traumatized.
That's what I think is most amazing about love, is that no matter how many heartbreaks you've had, you still go after it.
Okay, let me say this, okay? I support the girls. That's like, yes, we still going after a heartbreak. We still going after it. But I will say, if you had some heartbreaks and some things have happened, you might want to go speak to someone and heal properly before you move on to the next thing, because it'll be sort of the equivalent of, not the light just came on, girl. It'll be the equivalent of, like, imagine someone sort of like carrying around like this bag, and like every relationship is like someone puts like their junk in it, and like if you don't ever sort of like heal or like talk about it or process it, you know, like critically think about it, like really sort of sit in your feelings, you're gonna be carrying around a bag. And I don't know why I'm thinking about a snail and it's slimy, and that's gross because I do not like snails. What the fuck they leave? Why they leave their juices just at? I don't like them. So why you just leaving your juices everywhere that you go? Why you leaving a trail? What? Clean up after yourself. Anyway, I don't like snails. But you'll be like a snail, just leaving your trail everywhere. And everywhere you go, and every sort of new partner or potential partner has to deal with all the shit that you've been dragging along. So the best thing to do, you know, is kind of handle that first before you sort of get back out there. But I'm all for love. Absolutely. Handle your shit. I expect people to handle their shit. That's all I'm saying.
The moment I get nervous, then I know that there's something special here. And I love being nervous. That's the thing.
Now she love being nervous.
I'm after that.
Y'all like y'all insides in a ball? Because I don't. I like peace. Serenity. Not I love being nervous, girl.
I'm after that. The first memories that I have about love is Disney. I had memorized the entire Beauty and Beast cassette.
Are we gonna talk about what Disney tells us? Are we gonna talk about that? Are we ever gonna talk about what Disney sells us? We gonna talk about that? Talk about the idea of us needing to be saved and our life kind of having no meaning until we find the prince, and he comes and saves us, and then sometimes he kisses us without our consent while we sleep. Baby, that's not my fault. Don't play with me. We should probably talk about it though.
She's this small town girl like me, hoping for something bigger. She meets this person. Then she saves him in a sense, or he saves her as well.
Didn't I just say, are we gonna talk about it? The idea of somebody saving somebody? Baby, if you're looking to be saved or to save somebody, stop it. People aren't projects. Please stop that. Save yourself. Get that together. And then hit me up. What, girl? We 3 minutes and 3 minutes and 30.
That you had
I can't even speak because, girl, what the hell? We are 3 minutes and 33 seconds in, and if all the other women that he like preyed on and did whatever the hell he did to are like this woman, like, oh, I just want to be in love and like want to save someone and like want them to save me, that would make sense. Like, I feel like this gonna come back, but like y'all see her saying, you know, save each other, savior. That's gonna come back. My soul is telling me it's gonna. Yep.
Feeling of a prince coming to save you.
The feeling of a prince coming to save you. Can I just say that is. So I'm supposed to just walk around like a mess until some man comes along, and then I'm like, ooh, you made it all later. Sir, please stop. Okay, for anybody that needs to hear it, you are not incomplete because you ain't got no man or another human. Please stop it. No one needs to save you. That growth and healing that you're wanting to do, you can do that right now. Those good feelings you want to experience, that feeling of love, you can find that in so many other ways outside of romantic partnership. Just saying. The way in which we sort of treat romance, like romantic relationships, as like the pinnacle, as if our relationships with like our friends and family aren't also like validating and like really sort of supportive. The idea of like having a community, doing what we love. I mean, I'm just saying there's so many more ways to get what we need. Y'all need to cut the shit. No crusty ass man coming along to my let me save you. Sir, do I look like I'm drowning? I don't like that. And I don't like it because it creates this idea of like dependency, right? Like you will have to depend on this thing that sort of saved you, right? Like this thing that's sort of like this drug that you can kind of cling to. I don't, that's codependent. Like that's weird to me. I don't, please stop. Like, and this isn't to say that like you aren't going to grow in new ways when you're in a romantic partnership, but the idea of like your life is literally BS until someone comes along to save you is absolute and utter foolishness. It is garbage, and I have no interest in it. Your life should be full without romantic partnership, literally living your best life, and then romantic partner or partners come along. Not everybody's into monogamy. Calm down. Then you know, life starts sort of happening, right? But the idea of like just twiddling your thumbs, like, come save me, Prince. Have you seen the emotional capacity of most men based on how we raised them? Why the hell would I ever wait for you to come and make my life? Don't do that. Don't play with me. I'm gonna stop roasting. Let's go.
And I think that even though you know it's not real, it's still with you a bit.
You know it's not real, but it's still with you. Baby, that's called delusion.
A bit of a, you know, a delusional problem.
I mean, I get it. There have literally been studies where they've like asked women, like, do you know that like the women in the magazines or on billboards, like their bodies are unattainable and like airbrushed and fake? And it's like, yeah, but we still want. And it's like, baby, that's called delusion. And I'm not against, you know, romantic, magical love. Cool. I'm all for that. Absolutely. Butterflies in the tummy, I don't like that nervous shit. I don't know if that's the same thing for some people, but like that feeling of excitement is different than like being nervous. So like, I'm all for that. I am. I support it. I love love. But also it's unhealthy a lot of times, so don't play with me. You got a new match, girl.
Sure, like I'm after long-term love. For me to swipe right on a guy.
Listen, y'all, I'm going in and it literally barely begun. Anybody that's like writing anything like better than your ex or more fun than something, that idea of like competition or comparison to other people, I find that odd. That's gonna tell me a lot about you from the jump. So like any man that's like better than your ex, like shut up. You don't know that. You don't know if you're more fun than him. You know him. The arrogance for me, like I want to be surprised, you know, like I want like, but also like you don't know if that man wasn't fun. You don't know if you're more fun than him. You don't know, but also like that person will also most likely compare you to other people as well. Like, are you as fun as my ex? Are you as fun? Like it just creates this cycle, and I think that's weird, and I don't play that. I don't like that language. I can tell a lot about people literally just based off fucking language. Like people are like, it takes so long to really know someone. No, it don't. Give me 3 minutes of conversation, if that, and I can tell you a lot, girl. All right.
Oh my God, animals. A handsome man with a cat, like you can't go wrong. And want a guy that.
Listen, men with animals. I ain't gonna hold you, girl. I love videos of men with cats. You think I really will watch videos like for hours of like men with their pets? We love to see it. Because that's my type of man. You don't want children. You want a dog and a kitten. That's my type of man. Because literally, fuck them kids.
A guy that's have ambition, but it's like Marilyn Monroe in the movie Gentleman Prefers Blonde. And then she has this quote where she says,
"Don't you know that a man being rich is like a girl being pretty? You might not marry a girl just because she's pretty. But my goodness, doesn't it help?"
It is a very true quote. Like, you want the full package.
Baby girl said, I'm here for the money. Baby girl said, I'm here for the money. I'm here for the coin. Also, at some point, we should probably talk about white women and blonde hair, because it's a very interesting sort of dynamic there. There's a whole history. It's very fascinating. But baby girl says she about that coin. She wants coin. Coin.
When I saw Simon's pictures, he had the kind of look that I like. He was dressed very stylish, like I love a guy in a suit, and he had several of those. His Instagram. You always check the Insta. So many pictures and so many followers. And then he just responds fairly quickly. I'm leaving London tomorrow. Do you want to meet up? When we text on WhatsApp, he...
It's given too thirsty. It's given, he don't know nothing about her, talking about something. He responds quickly and I'm leaving tomorrow. It sound, it feels like pressure. It feels desperate. No. 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 Your first message is let's meet. Bye. That's weird. It's giving murder. Like, it's like, what, boy? No. I don't know you like that.
He asked me to meet him at the hotel that he was staying at, the Four Seasons.
He want to meet you at a hotel? Let me get this straight. You swipe, it's a match. Really quickly, he sends you a message saying, I'm leaving London. You want to meet up for coffee at a hotel. It's giving right a will. It's giving who I'm gonna leave my wigs to. What, boy?
You could just sense that this guy was a busy guy.
Okay, so that's the appeal, I guess, if you're busy. But listen, I don't care if you're busy. I'm not about to just meet some fucking stranger. Like, are you ill? Y'all playing with y'all lives and y'all bugging. Ciao. It's already weird. Nope.
When I walk into this really fancy hotel, I feel out of place.
So she already feeling insecure. Okay. And she already, like, loves the idea of a prince coming to save her. Somebody's sort of being better than her. Kind of, let's date up. Okay.
He's the CEO of LD Diamonds. He got the job from his dad.
Nepotism. We love to see it.
He was mentioning that his dad was the king of diamonds, and that meant that he was the prince of diamonds. I realized, my God, what kind of family is this?
I'm sorry, is that photoshopped? Is that photoshopped? That might be photoshopped. Also, there's a lot of bragging. Is anyone else feeling that, sensing that? Okay, cool.
Nearing the end of the date, he said, I really want to get to know you better. They were traveling to Bulgaria for a business trip. And then he was asking me if I wanted to join them. We're traveling by private jet. Shit, ooh, this is something new that I've never done before. I felt that I would be stupid if I said no.
Maybe you stupid for saying yes.
Simon asked one of his drivers to take me back home so I could pack some stuff, get my passport, and then they will drive me back.
Oh, listen, I've had many sugar daddies. This is literally sugar. They're not saying it, but this is giving sugar. Like send a car to pick me up. We're going to the airport. Like, it's giving sugar.
I have a messenger group with my girlfriends. My friends are freaking out.
Yeah, the friend that's like this don't sound safe. I think she's we like her because this is weird. I don't care what anybody says. You just met this man. Y'all, you haven't known this man for 24 hours and you get on a private jet.
Who is this guy? How do you know him? You can be abducted. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. Like, I'm on a date.
I didn't even think about that. Like, I'm just waiting for my friend to save me. I didn't even think about that. YOLO.
It was champagne with caviar. I've never eaten caviar before. And then it was soup.
I've had caviar. It's not that great, y'all.
Just give them a little kiss on the cheek. It was quick, but it just felt very natural.
It was quick. Not even 24 hours.
And then later on, I could see that he has some marks on his back. I was just like wondering, like, what is this? Or like I was touching it, and then he was kind of like, oh, but didn't exactly know how to say it, but I was like that he had been in jail in South Africa, and I was like, what?
Just trust me once more.
He's been in jail in South Africa. I'm gonna get a fucking aneurysm.
Here was this guy, which I thought had everything going for him, sitting on the bed with me, being really vulnerable.
So he vulnerable, he got money, he cute to her.
He is this kind of person that you want to save.
Save. Again, it came up. You want to save. Did y'all know that TB, the dude played by Zac Efron, I'm saying that because I don't want to say that man's name. Did you know that he would literally, like, draw women in by being, like, vulnerable and saying, like, he needed help? Like, literally, he would, like, have groceries and be like, oh, can you help me? And then he chopped someone's head off with a saw. He literally saw someone's head off. I'm not even joking. So, like, understanding how to play on, like, women's emotions with, like, this fake vulnerability. That's why it literally takes, like, so much more to see if someone's actually being vulnerable. Like, that, ciao. But also, if you meet someone and they're sharing, like, these things you think are, like, vulnerable, they're most likely not vulnerable to that person, right? Because that person doesn't, like, trust you or know you yet. So, for example, because I've been to therapy about, like, what I went through as a child, it's easy for me to sort of talk about it on the internet, or it's easy for me to talk about it with, like, anyone. Like, it's not that big of a deal, but for a lot of people, that seems vulnerable, right? Like, for a lot of people, hearing about what happened to me as a child, and what happens to, like, a lot of, like, women and men, it's like, ooh, so vulnerable, but that's not the case, right? Because, like, there are, like, layers, and because I'm telling you this, like, because I'm able to talk about it so easily, that's not necessarily vulnerable. But if you aren't used to hearing people speak so candidly and honestly about these sorts of topics, about these sorts of things, like sex, for example, if I speak about it, people are like, oh, she's so vulnerable and open. And I mean, to some extent, I guess, like, sure, but there are, like, levels to it, right? But that doesn't mean that that's vulnerable to me. It's easy to convince you that it's vulnerable and it makes you feel connected and close, but that doesn't mean that it's the same for me. So this person is sort of able to, like, manipulate her with, like, this false vulnerability because he literally doesn't know this person. So it's easy to kind of, like, have her think that this is vulnerable, like, but the vulnerability is really in him telling the damn truth. And this is like, that's not, the vulnerability is him telling a truth that's sort of difficult to tell that makes him feel exposed. I don't think this really makes him feel exposed. This makes him seem vulnerable. Like, he's very good at playing this game. Like, like, every move is great. Like, that's, like, literally a part of, like, even marketing. Like, you actually, like, for some people, they'll put things on sale and create this idea of urgency to make someone, like, make a decision they may not make, and it leads to buyer's remorse and whatever. But, like, literally from the jump, I'm leaving tomorrow, like, I need to, like, that idea of urgency, that, like, that's really interesting. But this idea of vulnerability, listen, I'm someone, we can talk about so many things that may make a lot of people uncomfortable, and it doesn't make me uncomfortable. It's no skin off my ass at all. But to those people, it may seem vulnerable, it may seem intense, and that's not, like, my threshold is much higher for things that are vulnerable. The thing that makes me feel, like, exposed and, like, really, like, ugh, like, I hate feeling it's, like, so exposed, I hate feeling so, like, open. Those things are not the things I'm gonna be telling someone when I first meet them, right? Like, that's, like, those real vulnerability literally takes, like, trust, right? Like, in a sort of relational sense. So this is really interesting. I know what that looks like, to sort of be able to say things or talk about things so openly and have people like, oh, so vulnerable. And it's like, girl, that's nothing anyway. Also, a man opening up to her in that way makes her feel special, right? So, like, because the bar is so low, like, as far as, like, men being sort of, like, available and emotionally there, someone that's sort of opening up, number one, is like, oh, he's so different and he's so special. Mind you, being able to articulate a feeling, being able to express a feeling is literally a part of adulthood. You should be able to do that. We teach children to do that. A lot of children can do that. Why is it okay for us to think men not knowing how to express particular emotion is, like, something to be like, oh, it's so cute? That's weird. You grown, bruh. Do better. But, like, that makes her feel special, right? Because he's sort of expressing something. It's like, oh, men don't usually do this, especially men like him. Like, I'm sure he could have anybody. This whole package is actually really fascinating. Really fascinating. And I think to, like, the average person, it would definitely be like, ooh, like, I think that's really interesting. him knowing about emotional, and the thing is, obviously he's gonna do a bunch of foolishness, but TB, that dude played by Zac Efron, he was also like really smart, like, right, he also knew how to work people's like emotions. He also knew like, so this is just really interesting, like him saying all the right things and doing all the right things, like that's fascinating, and I don't trust it.
A lot of calls, and in the end he just says, we're so busy and I think it's best if you just go back home. I was a bit disappointed, actually. I was kind of like, wanted to spend more time with them.
Wow, do all of this, and it's really intense and really sort of fast, and then you just release, right? And what happens after that happens? This person is literally gonna like, what happened? Like, this person is literally gonna probably like most likely beg to like come back and to be part of this. Like that's really interesting.
Well, I felt like I knew him a bit more, but I didn't really know him. Like, how special was I? I felt special.
Yeah, girl. You didn't really know him. How special were you? Like, baby.
They become big for a reason. You need to be realistic about what he's involved in.
I got the Russians. Ciao.
So I check his Tinder to see if here he is. I see that he's in a different country. And I also see a couple of his pictures had changed. My heart just sank, you know, because that means that he's been active. So what's going on?
Back on Tinder. Flexing on Tinder.
Then this guy comes up. This is someone who is well-traveled and still works very hard. So I thought, oh, great. Let's swipe right on that. I got a match. He was here in Stockholm for business, but did say he was living in Amsterdam.
This is given like influencer, right? Like it's given like nothing is what it seems. Like it's given what boy? Oh. What?
And asked me if I want to come visit.
There is a flight tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning from Stockholm to Amsterdam. So tell me if it's all right for you.
He asked about my passport details, booked my flight ticket, which I thought was quite a nice gesture. We go for lunch. The entire staff welcomes us. We bring special order with caviar that the restaurant uses just for Simon.
That caviar has gold leaf on it. I use gold leaf in my art. Why are people eating gold leaf?
He really asked a lot of questions, really wanted to listen, which I really appreciated, because it's quite rare to have men listen sometimes.
I was literally just about to say that. So she's like, it's rare to have men listen. I promise you, this is why, like, the idea of, like, the nice guy, or, like, a man that, like, does the bare minimum, like, this is why that should not be as impressive, because, like, just having someone listen to you, like, having a man listen to her was like, and it's like, that's not. It requires a closed mouth. You see what I'm saying? This is why praising the bare minimum is weird. Like, girl, he listening. But, like, she's not used to that, so she's like, oh, a man that listens. It's like, I really want better for us. I really, like, as a unit, I really want better for, like, hetero cis women. Like, I really just want better. I need better, because this is foolish. He's listening. Ooh, he can articulate his emotions. He's so vulnerable. He's an adult. He's had years of practice. He should know how to do those things. Ciao.
I see a diamond museum. I love museums, and if you should go to a diamond museum again, you should definitely go with someone who works in the business. He knows all about the mines, how to cut them, where you get the best diamonds. He knows everything.
Something about this is interesting. Like, these women are kind of after like a particular sort of like lifestyle and particular sort of thing. Like, this is really interesting.
Even though there wasn't a romantic energy between us, I really enjoyed myself. I actually missed him after just like a day or two.
He did the same thing with the other person, right? Like, get them in a sort of isolated environment and kind of just like have it be really intense. And obviously they're not used to it. And that makes all these, is that called love bombing? I've heard that phrase. I don't know if that's what it's called, but it's really interesting, like, what is happening here. Like, that's really interesting. It being really intense and fast. And